Okay,
Okay.
who doesn't have
Who
their
doesn't have their
headphone in?
headphone in?
You're listening to Chicagoland's finest podcast, featuring the Gorehound,
Well, because I'm bringing us in.
Jen,
I mean, it's horrifying because,
Cousin Charles, and Nick.
I know. I thought I was going to screw it up again.
It's time for the all-new Culture Cast, starting now.
I'm Nick.
The Gorehound.
I'm Cousin Charles.
I'm the Kiwi.
And this is the all-new Culture Cast, coming back at you with another edition for Shark Week.
Hey.
Yeah.
Woo!
And thank you for joining us, Gorehound, this time. You weren't too busy working.
Too busy working, making the bucks.
Whatever. So, we've already talked about Jaws 1 and 2, and today we're going into the third dimension with Jaws 3D.
Right, and these movies get better as the movies get on. It's great how it does that.
That's one way of looking at it. So, Kiwi, can you give us a breakdown of what Jaws 3, what the premise is?
Basically, they're opening a SeaWorld. SeaWorld is opening an underwater exhibit, and chaos ensues.
Right, nothing ever goes wrong at SeaWorld, right?
You know, I love it how they use SeaWorld as a setting, like not a fictional like water park or like water amusement type park, but like a real thing. That's like
Right,
the
and
worst.
it's not like a commercial because they're not promoting it in a good environment.
You know, exactly. It's not even like they're saying like, look at there's not like excessive like scenes that just take place like, look at what's happening at SeaWorld. No, it's just like shark attacks.
Poor maintenance, awful management.
It's like worst product placement ever.
True.
Are we plugging products again this episode?
I guess we could.
Visit your local SeaWorld if they're still in business, because they're on like the downturn, right? Like their days are numbered.
I mean, before Blackfish, I think this was like the worst thing to portray. I think this is the only other movie that portrayed SeaWorld in a really negative light.
What's Shamu doing these days? Does Shamu still have it work there?
He is old. He's got wrinkles. He is graying.
I actually looked it up because I was kind of curious. Apparently, Shamu's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like the Doctor, just gets passed on from one whale to the next after, the previous whale kicks the bucket.
Oh, so it's like just a title?
Yeah, it's like a title and a name at the same time.
I chose to ignore your Doctor Who reference there. Let's move on.
Nice job catching it. I didn't.
I didn't catch the reference either.
And you all are better people than me.
Yeah, because we don't care about Doctor Who.
Yeah, and you shouldn't either.
Yeah, and Doctor Who's going to be a woman now, so that means it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, women suck.
Who needs them?
Men's right. Am I right?
Okay, enough about that. Let's talk about. Let's go back to Jaws 3D, and this movie was made back in the 80s heyday of 3D, and
1983.
And the 3D in this movie, it's unfortunate we can't really see how it is nowadays, but oh my god, you could tell what was supposed to be 3D, and it does not look good.
No. Oh no, because this looks like one of the first 3D films. Is that right?
Well, not quite, because...
So the technology had been there for a few films, so this should have been getting better.
Yeah, like the 3D film, there was like some popularity back in like maybe the 50s and 60s, a very rudimentary version of it. And then in the 1980s, it kind of had a resurgence in popularity, especially with horror films. And Gorehound, you should know this. Friday the 13th Part 3
Yeah.
was in 3D, as was Amityville 3D.
Yeah.
So, Jaws 3D.
All for the record, much better than this.
But do any of them have Dennis Quaid in it? I don't think so.
They do not. Yeah, he was one of the starring attractions of this one. Young Dennis Quaid.
He was probably doing cocaine.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I think I read something that he said he was pretty much high on coke throughout the entirety of filming this movie.
Hey, if you're going to film a Jaws at a SeaWorld, I mean, why not, elevate it just a little bit more?
It must have been amazing to be on set. Just like, all right,
Oh, so much fun.
Let's do the shark movie. I'm good.
Yeah, and then to see all the girls who are, like, doing those configurations, I'm like, that's crazy.
And also stars Leah Thompson back in her heyday pre-Back to the Future.
Oh, so that's who that was. Okay.
The brothers, not Dennis Quaid, the other brother, his kind of sort of romance, who he hooks up with her on like the first night, and they, I don't know, go skinny dipping or something, and
Oh, yes.
then they disappear they disappear about 2/3 of the way through the movie. It's like, I don't want to be here anymore. I'm going with you. Okay, bye.
So Dennis Quaid plays Mike Brody. Can we make the connection to Jaws 1 or 2?
They're the sons,
The sons, okay.
all grown up.
That Mike is the oldest.
Yes.
Gotcha.
I do have a question. How many years? So the film never establishes this, but how many years has it been since the events of Jaws 2? Because in Jaws 2, there's kind of a clear sort of like, like the first few films seem to take place in real time. Like the kids are like, okay, there's the oldest one's 17. He was like maybe like, I don't know, 14 the first one. And the younger brother is still perpetually the younger brother. Like he doesn't seem to have aged. In this movie,
Yes! That was my complaint, too.
yes, this movie, the younger brother's at least 21 because he's at a bar, and then and I think Michael is like mid-20s. So how many years has it been since the end of like Jaws 2? Is my question, because it's like there's a weird age gap.
I'm guessing it's supposed to be about a 10-year age gap because, I mean, he seems to be, like he has like a career, he has a high-end degree, so presumably he, it's about 10 years. But honestly, you can't think about this thing too much. You really can't. just don't think about it.
That's probably what the filmmakers were saying when they were slapping these things together.
Yeah. But for the record, so we don't have any returning characters from Jaws 1 or 2 in this one, right?
Just the two kids played by different actors.
Right, so same characters, different actor.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the Vegas Vacation, or
Yeah, like all the vacation movies where the kids keep...
yeah, they're different kids in every movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently the shark, or an original draft of the script, was supposed to be the same shark that was in Jaws 2 that somehow survived, but they did away with that concept because that would have been stupid.
Right. That's been my biggest beef with this, is that they keep on referencing it as if it is the same shark.
Do they,
But-
though?
Yeah, well,
I know just in the Revenge, it's like...
Oh, we'll
it
get
is
to
very-
Revenge. We'll hold your thoughts on Revenge. There's lots to talk about with Revenge.
Right, but also in 2, I get the impression that they are considering this the same shark that they dealt with in 1. And I think it is very definitive at the end of each movie where you're like, okay, this shark is dead.
It gets blown up.
The head has been removed from the body. It is not coming back. So there are essentially 4 different Jawses in this universe.
5 if you count the baby.
Oh, yes.
Well, Kyle, you may not know this, but in shark biology, heads grow back all the time.
Yes, of course.
Because when I was looking at Netflix, there was a movie called Five-Headed Shark. So clearly...
A 5-headed shark attack.
Yes, that's a thing that happens in nature.
You would know that.
Because I watched it. Yeah, because the head did grow back on that. Or it did. It did erupt because it started off as a four-headed shark, and then I was like, "There has to be a fifth one. There has to be a fifth one." And yes, it did appear later.
Nice.
You know, though, Kyle is right, though, because
What?
in every movie,
What?
they
Who?
do
Who
seem
are we
to
talking
imply that it's the same shark.
The Gorehound.
The Gorehound.
They kind of made it seem like it was. I kind of got the feeling like it was four separate sharks. Like, I'm going to be on Nick's side on this because I thought that the shark in the second one was the same as the first, but like the scar is on the wrong side, you know. But then I was like, oh wait, that was from the boat attack where it was the best death in cinema history.
No, that's also my
okay.
argument is that there are four unique sharks in this universe.
Yeah.
I don't think they're actually saying it's the same shark, but the way, like, the shark's coming for him again, like, it almost seems like they're referencing, like, the same shark.
Right. So maybe it could be the soul of Jaws is being reincarnated in these different organic bodies.
That would be
Per se.
epic. And I have more thoughts on that, but I'm going to
Oh.
save them until we start talking about the revenge.
All right.
But
all right.
anyway, so this movie, a little history on it. After they did Jaws 1 and 2, they did not know what to do for Jaws 3. And I guess originally they wanted it to be a
Spoof.
spoof. Like, I think they're according to Wikipedia, they wanted to call it Jaws 3 People Zero. But they decided not to do that.
Oh my gosh, that would have been an awesome title.
And I guess the filming of this film was a hot mess.
Despite that not being correct in whatsoever, because it would have actually been Jaws 0 People 2 at that point.
True.
Which would have been an even better name. I would have.
We'll, someone's going to be nitpicky about it, sure. But, they don't,
I want to talk about the plot holes.
okay, there are plenty.
Okay. The part where they're underwater and they're in the dining room and, like, sharks, like, smaller sharks are, like, going by them and they're like, oh, they're separated by the shark screen. Which they don't say what the shark screen is or how it actually works. And then all of a sudden Jaws goes by. They're like, oh my god, like...
Yeah! Because it makes it indicate like they have a bunch more sharks, but they're making a big deal about having a great white shark as a part of an attraction. It was very confusing.
Yeah.
Also, let's not forget that I'm going to call him Black. I forgot what the character's name was, so I'm just going to call him Black John Hammond because he's pretty much filling the same role.
Louis Gossett Jr.
Is that what that is? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I honestly didn't know who he was. But he's like
From
put the
Iron
shark in.
Eagle?
Have not seen Iron Eagle.
What?
So show
That's
my
like the
age.
greatest film series that has to do with airplanes. Never mind. Go on with your thought, cuz.
I just wanted to address the fact that their grand scheme or their grand way of displaying Jaws is like this little like touch tank that people can easily dip their hands in that the killer shark could just grab at any time, which I think is an amazing decision. I kind of want to visit that theme park to watch the idiots get their arms ripped off.
Yeah. Especially since some of the people that worked there went missing and were clearly killed by like sharks.
Yeah.
Can I just say I loved how when the people were looking out the little windows in their underwater city exhibit and like the body comes floating by and someone presses that little girl up to the window.
Yes. I was like, is that intentional?
That girl is scarred for life.
Yes.
I would like to think that there was a comment where it's like, you got to learn what death is like, kid. Get closer.
Oh my god.
I do believe that they did keep to actual fact in the idea that a great white shark cannot be held in captivity, and it, as they showed, it clearly does not, which I do believe is factually accurate.
Yeah,
Really?
you are correct. That's the only scientific thing in this entire film.
Right, I was like, they got that right.
Well, then it was all worth it.
Yes.
Another plot hole. Do you guys remember at the beginning when those two guys were breaking in to like steal the coral underneath the water, and then they're killed by Jaws, and they're never mentioned again for the rest of the movie?
No, yeah, it's kind of a weird sort of just like it's almost like someone went like it's like someone said this movie needs a body count of some sort.
Yeah.
Because after the second guy gets like chomped, the shark eats the boat like the serial killer that the shark is now, because that's how nature works.
It's covering up the evidence.
Right, but their car would have been there.
Kiwi, it was off SeaWorld property. They would never have found it. It was only about 50 feet away from the entrance.
They found it the next day and they towed it. Like, who parked their car here? Get it out of here.
Yeah,
Louis
but
Gossett Jr. is like, trash it.
In their defense, they would, if they are legitimate robbers, they would have, snuck in along the coast or something and hidden the car very well.
How did the shark even get into SeaWorld? Like, you think that people would notice that? Like,
Well, it was the gate. The gate wasn't closed yet.
Sure, but like a shark is pretty big. You'd think you'd have people, I don't know, monitoring. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too deep into it.
Maybe just a touch. They try to explain it saying I think in the beginning they make it seem like, when Porn Stash is like messing with the lock.
Dude, he looked good. I will admit, he looked good.
Should I have a mustache that big, Kiwi? What do you think? Should I grow that out?
Do it. You don't need her opinion. I approve.
You just gotta feel yourself, man. But no, like they make it seem like that's when the shark first came in, or like the bigger shark came in. But then later they make it seem like the baby and the mom came in at the same time, which is kind of confusing. I don't know. It's just bad writing. Also, the fact that the shark was just like conveniently like trapped in like a filtration vent until they turned off the button and literally released the shark.
Wasn't there something weird about when they were trying to get him to go back out the gate? Like the guy that died, it seemed weird. Am I misremembering that?
I don't remember.
I remember some complication, but I was largely, I don't care what's happening. I just want this. I want to see the next scene.
I liked how the Australian, like the crocodile hunter, or whatever you want to call him, was like his partner. Was like got really emotionally upset that he's going down there. I gotta save him. No. I just found that funny. And I love.
Guy was,
what's that?
Oh, I was just going to add that guy was giving it his all. He was going for that Oscar, baby.
Yeah. And I love how at the very end, when the shark is swimming towards the command center, how slow it's actually moving.
Oh, I believe that is the best scene in the movie because I legitimately thought that my DVD player had glitched because I was like, it's not moving. Oh wait, is it? I don't know. And then it hits the glass, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is golden right here.
And he eats the black guy right away.
Yep.
Not Louis Gossett Jr., but the other black guy that they threw in there at the last minute.
Yeah, and the water would have flooded in there so fast.
There's another plot hole I just realized. So Jaws eats the Australian guy who had the grenade. Then Jaws breaks into the thing. He eats the black guy, but then Dennis Quaid notices the Australian guy is still in Jaws' mouth with the grenade.
Yes.
Something's not like the others.
Well, you know how like you sometimes eat like a pizza and you get some stuff stuck in your teeth? I'm sure it's the same thing. Sharks are just like people. They don't fully digest their food. They just leave it sitting in their mouth for plot point to happen until a plot point happens.
Maybe he spit the black eye out because he doesn't like dark meat.
Stop it.
What?
Good night, everybody.
I'll be here all week.
But for the record, there is a you don't like white meat in the Revenge comment. So
That is true.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah, so I love at the end when they blow up the shark and like just the pieces fly at the screen.
yeah, very deliberate 3D action.
Yeah, which does not work if you don't have the 3D glasses.
Yeah.
Was this the first Jaws movie that Jaws growled in?
I was thinking. I don't know if sharks like growl
They
or
don't.
make
No.
noises.
No.
They might make some like I don't know fish type sounds, but they do not growl like a bear. I
Like
don't
they don't
think
make the
so.
sound that tigers make, right?
Typically, no.
No, right. I was just saying. I don't know if that's factually accurate.
I think Kiwi, to get to your question, I think it's Jaws 4 when he growls. I don't think he growls in this one, or
He
she,
doesn't?
I should say.
There's some. I'm gonna have to
Oh
disagree
yes, it
with
must be
you.
a female.
I'm going to disagree. I think there's some slight snarling. I think they kind of work in whenever the shark's opening its mouth. It's like,
Well,
I think
I guess we'll have to rewatch it. So, Gorehound, your job is to rewatch it and find out if the shark growls.
No way. I have to move on to bigger and better shark movies.
Like there's anything better than Jaws 3D.
Like every other shark movie.
This movie is amazingly bad. It totally is the worst.
Right, but I love the SeaWorld plant in there. It makes it interesting because I know that, somebody was really... They intentionally put SeaWorld in here.
Mm-hmm.
And they're putting their focus on SeaWorld. And it's intriguing to see what they do with it. And surprisingly, nothing.
Yeah, I'll give you that. The premise, having a shark loose in an amusement park, that's actually not a bad idea. Because, honestly, what can you really do with a Jaws movie that hasn't been done already to this point? So this really, the new setting really freshens it up. But, yeah, they don't do anything interesting with it. They don't even make it like Jaws 2, Kiwi and Cuz were talking about how it's like a lot of the antics in Jaws 2 is just the teenagers doing teenager things on the beach. Like there's like a ton of like throwaway footage that just has them doing stuff. They could have done that with Jaws 3 with showing off like SeaWorld. Like, hey, look at the fish in SeaWorld. But outside of like the water skiers, you don't really see much of it.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Nick, didn't you say that you noticed the audience scenes were the exact same? And
Yes! Yes! There are scenes in the movie where they're doing their, I don't know, either the dolphin tricks or the ski trips or whatever, and they cut to like the audience watching it, and it's the exact same reaction shots they use like a couple of times during the movie. And the only reason I realized this is there was like in the front row there was like a seat missing and someone was wearing like a funny outfit. And the first time I saw it, that registered with me. So when it came up again, I'm like, oh, they just reused the same footage.
I'm very proud of them.
Nick, you have to understand, celluloid is very expensive.
They need to use their budget on all that 3D money.
I will say this: when Megan was watching, there was one scene. It's when they bring back the little brother, and he's being his like I don't know, skier girlfriend or skier, one night stand.
Leah Thompson.
Leah Thompson. And Megan goes like, why is there a pig dancing there? Why are they in those weird outfits? And apparently in Googling this, because we were curious if this negatively affected SeaWorld, apparently, fun fact, SeaWorld at one point had a Hatfield and McCoy water ski show about like some sort of fictional story of the Hatfields and McCoys about some sort of stolen pig. So that's a fun thing you learn. That's what SeaWorld used to do. That's what people thought entertainment was back in those days. My God.
Did they fire real guns? They should put the shark in a. Oh, you know what made this movie awesome? If the shark ate one of those people with the cowboy hats and then wore that for the rest of the movie, just
That'd be
inexplicably.
Like the like the shark from Toy Story.
There's a shark in Toy Story?
Yeah, no, yeah, there's one
The T-Rex.
No, not T-Rex. There's a first Toy Story movie. There's one of the, I don't know, Woody's in the toy box and his hat falls on a shark and he's, I don't know. It just made me think.
Someone that goes I'm Woody, howdy, howdy, howdy.
That's the one. That's the one exactly.
That was a shark? I don't remember that.
I thought it was a shark.
It's been so long since I've seen Toy Story.
I vouch for him.
Audience, Google it. Let us know.
Well, the Gorehound just Googled it, and I vouch.
Oh. Thank you, Gorehound. Thank you.
Yes.
You know what this movie really could have used? Because I was kind of thinking, I thought similar.
Could have used a Roy Schneider, that's for sure.
More shark.
Roy Schneider being all pissed off and drunk at SeaWorld, I gotta see these damn fish. I hate fish. I hate the water. I hate everything. I know I'm making Roy Schneider so angry. He seems like a very nice guy. But no, you guys saw what this movie could have used and would have improved it tenfold. You guys remember the end of Jurassic World, where they have the whatchamacallit Saurus fight. They bring out the T-Rex and the Raptor, and it kind of and the T-Rex Raptor kill the the whatchamacallit Saurus. That's, I know it's called something else, but
the Indominus Rex.
Yeah,
that was a sick ending.
They should have done that for Jaws 3D. Just we need a bigger fish, and the girl's I got one, and she opens up, and Shamu comes in and rips Jaws in half, and does a triple backflip, and that's how you end a movie.
Hey,
no, because there's no shark there at this time. There was no fish bigger than Jaws. It was the biggest.
Shamu's a big fish or big whale.
Well,
I'm just saying.
We did have the dolphins come in, and the dolphins saved the humans many times in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dolphins,
which is factually accurate.
I love the 3D at the end when the dolphins are flying up, and they're clearly not composed rightly with Dennis Quaid and his girlfriend.
I laughed for a solid 5 minutes after that. I was like, "Oh my god, this is how this movie ends." Also, the false drama of where's Sandy? Where's Sandy the dolphin? Oh no! And then, there's the dolphin. She's fine. Nothing of consequence happened in this movie.
Well, we've been going on about this for about a half hour now. I think it's let's blow this one up like we did with the they did with the sharks. But
Yeah.
any final thoughts on Jaws 3D? Kiwi, you go first.
I have to agree with Gorehound that they just get better as they go along.
Steven Spielberg, that hack, he didn't come back for this one. So, Cuz, what about you? Final thoughts?
I think you had mentioned earlier saying that this film had a troubled production because they didn't know what to do with a third Jaws movie, and it definitely shows. 3D is such a, again, whenever you build a film around 3D and you have shots oh, this is going to look really cool, doesn't really stand up. It's Jaws 3, it's the movie itself is, it's bad. I mean, there's no denying that. It's bad, but it's bad, but it's not necessarily, there's parts of it that are memorable, but it's not necessarily a memorable bad movie like The Room or something like that. It's kind of overall pretty forgettable. But I mean, it was to laugh at. Me and Megan had a good time just kind of chuckling at just how absurd this thing got. And I will say, I think Steven Spielberg may have been slightly inspired to do Jurassic Park based off of this. I just imagine him sitting there, earning his producer's credit and just going, Steven Spielberg, I think I can do something with this one day.
Just like how John Hughes ripped off Jaws 2 to make The Breakfast Club.
Exactly.
Steven Spielberg ripped off Jaws 3 to make Jurassic Park. Gorehound, what about you? Final thoughts?
This movie was really bad, and I keep on trying to think of ways that could have made it better. But every time I think of them, such as, what if they used more animatronic shark other than the CGI? But I don't think that could have saved it. I don't think that if they filled the plot holes, it would have saved it. And I can't think of any way to have made this movie good. It's just this pseudo sponsorship. I don't think adds anything, and I've never really seen a branded movie that did well. So I'm like, I just don't know. I'd say that that CGI scene with the shark, the glass, is just the greatest in bad movie history. And this movie did win or was nominated for a Razzie, for the record.
My final thought is only this. The producers approached someone else to direct this movie originally, and he turned it down, and his response when he read the script was, I can't really get involved in this, and walked away, so they got someone else to direct it. So that pretty much sums up the movie there. So that's Jaws 3D, everyone. So hopefully this podcast actually was in 3D. So make sure you get your glasses, your polarized glasses, and to listen to it. So alrighty, I think that'll about do it. I'm Nick.
I'm the Gorehound.
I'm Cousin Charles.
I'm the Kiwi.
And this has been the all-new Culture Cast takedown of Jaws 3. We'll see you next time when we finish up our series with Jaws, The Revenge.
You've been listening to the all-new Culture Cast. Check out our blog at znculturecast.wordpress.com. Send us an email at nick.culturecast@gmail.com. We'd love to hear your feedback, comments, and requests. Follow us on social media. Theme music by bensound.com. The all-new Culture Cast, a saltwater production. Original material copyright 2018. Thanks for listening.
Awesome. I do apologize about missing out on work. A coworker ended up leaving last week.
That's no excuse. They should know that you podcast. That's your number one priority. Work
honestly, it's my only hobby that I do, and I'm like,